Hi, this video is going to cover how to void a service. Voiding sounds pretty scary and intimidating, but it is a super easy process that I am sure you'll be able to do. Okay. The biggest thing you have to worry about is this something that I can void? Okay. And if I'm looking at my recorded service, let's say this care coordination service, okay, care coordination I can void. Okay. If it is a case management service and there is an XX admin on this date, I cannot void this service and I should ask for help because that billing has already been processed. Otherwise, if you go to void and the billing process has already started, you'll get an error message, and then that way you know it's time to reach out to a supervisor or me or somebody in the billing department to help you because the service has already processed. Okay. But 9 times out of 10, what happens is it's been a day or two, or even the same day, you realize you have made a mistake and you want to get that thing out of there. Okay, so this is what you do. If there's a progress note that you want to copy, you can double click on your service. And I know I would need to void this service to change the start time, end time, any of that stuff, because all this is grayed out. That's how I know that this is something I would need to void because it won't let me edit it. This box right here that says clinical signature signed, kind of where I'm circling right now, if that is checked, it locks this stuff up here, date, time, all that stuff, okay? So that's how I know that I'm going to need to void this if I wanted to correct this service. Now, if you have a progress note, you can double click on your note. And I like to click anywhere in the note, just kind of clears that weird highlighting that shows up when you first open it up. You do Control A to select all. That's the shortcut for select all. Selects your entire progress note. And Control C to copy. So then I'm going to close that note and I will close the service. So now I just click this button that says void. It warns you that it's permanent. So you go ahead and select yes. If your service has already started through the billing process, it's already been posted, and you don't have to worry exactly about what that means, but if it's already kind of kicked off in the profile or billing process, you'll get an error message that says service has been billing signed, only an administrator. That's when you know it's not going to let you void it and you need to reach out to me or a biller or your supervisor. Or if it has that XX admin on it. Okay, so those are the situations. Ask someone for help. So I want you to pick a reason. I'm going to say, what do I pick? I always pick void recorded service error because it's an error, which is why we're voiding it. And then you click OK. Now, if the service item is right, so if the service was care coordination, but my time was wrong, I can actually go ahead and click the plus. As long as this is highlighted, I can click the plus and it will generate a new care coordination service for me, just like this, okay? But that is only if your service item is correct. So if this was care coordination, but I needed to put a note to chart or a cost center release or anything else, I would have to go back and just kind of start the whole thing over like I'm doing a brand new note from scratch. So then I do my date and time, make sure it's correct this time. Primary providers, you, or the staff that did the service. Delivery method, I'm going to use telehealth. And I'm going to say that the person was at their home. Okay. And let's say I want to paste that progress note that I did before. Click the plus. Control V to paste, and then see how it pasted it there. I didn't have to retype it or redo it. Now, this is also a situation where maybe you pasted that whole note, but there's something that you want to edit on it. You can still edit it at this point because it's unlocked, right? We've pasted it. So you can still edit, modify however you want to. If your note is good, then I'm going to click Final Signature. Now, let's say if you are an eye care and so you're doing this on behalf of someone else who did the service, like a doctor, then what I do is inserted by would have my name, but I would put the doctor's name in this slot here so that the doctor can final sign it. I'm not final signing it. So that's only for our eye care staff. And then C, it would have that provider's name in there. If you're just voiding your own and you're doing it for yourself, you can leave your own name in there because you're the one who wrote the note, right? Okay, and then I'll hit save. So I can see I have one that's voided and I have one that is accurate. Okay, so let me switch off of here for a second. I'm just clicking a button to refresh my screen. I'm going to go back to recorded services. So now, see, now I only have the option that I replaced it with. I have the corrected one in there. And that's how you know that was successful. So voiding is super simple. Click and void. Just make sure that it is something you're able to void. And if you have any questions about that, please let me know. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon.